hello, everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. So, as you've all heard today, I think the news probably came up today or yesterday, can't remember. But, the formal military bodies actually did come out to testify about aliens existing. And I'm gonna say this is something I've always thought about, because if you think about it, it cannot be that it's only humanity that exists in this vast universe. I mean, you gotta think about it. And it is something that I feel like a lot of us already knew. And we are like, even though the government and many people bodies out here do come out and be like, aliens do not exist, and they use religion and all of these other things to try to convince people that, oh no, we are the only beings that are alive out here. And I'm like, you must be a very naive person, a very very strong naive person, to look at how the universe is and be like, yeah, we're the only ones in this place. Because that is another level of I'm gonna say naiveness, and just you not wanting to accept it. So there have been a lot of evidence from everywhere in the world, not only the US, everywhere in the world, that have actually come out and be like, we've experienced this. Although the I feel like the reason why they try to hide the existence of aliens a lot is because I feel like they had a lot of hand when it comes to technology, and when it comes to improving the human life in some ways. You cannot just sit down and be like, no, these beings do not exist. They do. We are not the only ones in this vast universe. It is too big for us to be the only ones, living, being the only living, intelligent beings. So definitely I do feel like we do have some connection, but I feel like that connection is with our leaders, is with the people in the highest seats, and I feel like they do have a lot of hand in politics. Although a lot of people might think they don't have a hand, I'm like, the fact that they have more advanced technology than we do, which would signify they have more power than we do. If they have more advanced technology than we do, they definitely have more power than we do. Like, what are we gonna do? Some of their technologies, a lot of people say, is like 50,000 years ahead of ours. How are you supposed to fight that? You can't. You can't fight that. You can either take a knee and agree with whatever they want to go with, or you know. And on the other hand, is the fact that after they told us this news, a lot of people were like, well, are they gonna pay my bills? And a lot of people were doing TikTok about it, talking about, a lot of people are unfazed about this, news. I mean, it's not news. If you're clever and you see the way the world works, and you know that, hey, the universe is vast, more than we even know it, you will absolutely agree that there are other beings that are out there. So after they done brought this news, a lot of people were unfazed, and a lot of people started asking, okay, if they are aliens, why are they not coming out and trying to communicate with us? I'm like, would you, if you would be an alien, would you want to communicate with us? Have you met us out here? We are fucking crazy out here. Have you met humanity? We see each other and we hate each other already. We see our, like, the hatred we have for each other sometimes is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We just see another person, we just hate you just because of where you're from. That's it. No explanation, no nothing. Just that's just it. If you were an alien, would you want to fucking come over here to Earth and be like, yeah, I don't think so. You probably don't want none of this. You probably would not want any of this drama. You would not want it. So you know what? I'm just gonna bring up some videos that they had a congress and a meeting about this particular topic, and we're gonna show what they've been talking about. And the thing is the fact that when they ask who have access to these beings, a lot of people were trying to bite their tongue, like, oh, see, we already know you guys have the people on top of power. They're like both people in and out, so who's in and out of the government? who is in and out of the government. And I'm like, see, we already know there's no need for you guys coming out and being like, hey, there is aliens out here. We already know. Like at this point, we're like, please, can we talk about our mortgage and the credit that we are owing? Some people talking about student loans out here. Like, are they gonna pay my student loan? Maybe they're not paying them some attention, but for now, I got more things to do. Imagine that we have gotten to the time that you would tell, humanity that, oh, they are aliens, and we're like unfazed. We really don't care even. We like, so what's new? You get me? We're like, so fucking what? What's new? We don't care. So let me bring up this video over here, of them holding this meeting in the Congress and actually talking about this particular issue. Mm-hmm. I think it's this one here. Oh, no. Let me see. I had to write them down. Had to write the numbers down because I wanted to know which one I'll be using. So, okay, let's go with this first clip over here.
Technology and or being. There has been activity by alien or non-human technology and or beings that has caused harm to humans.
I can't get into the specifics in an open environment, but at least the activity that I personally witnessed, and I have to be very careful here, because they tell you never to acknowledge tradecraft, right? So what I personally witnessed, myself and my wife, was very disturbing.
Stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're trying to hide something that is obvious. Like you're gonna be somebody, like I said, be a small-minded person to really think that these things don't exist, because they do exist. They do exist. And yes, a lot of people are like, I had some people in the comment section in other videos like, oh, if they truly did exist, why aren't they yet? Do you know how fucked up humanity is? Like, have you met us? If you were an alien, I wouldn't even want to come here either. I'd be like, no, those creatures out there, they fucked up. You wouldn't want them either, because have you met us? No. We are not. I'm pretty sure there are many aliens that have probably passed by, watched, see what they needed to see, and be like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be going over there. No, I don't think I'm gonna be mingling over there. Or maybe they have like connections through the government, but they don't want to mingle with us out here because, yeah, we are fucking crazy. We're fucking crazy out here. We hate each other. We want to, drag each other down instead of unifying. I feel like the day humanity would set aside its hatred for each other, the day humanity, I'm gonna say it again, the day humanity would set aside the hatred and the bias that it had for each other is the day we will start walking towards progress. And not only progress, we would actually start producing functional thing, bringing our own ideas together just to build the world into a better place. But as long as there is greed and people that are hungry for power and people that are spreading hate and all of this, and people that just want to put other people down so that they can feel better and have that inferiority complex, yeah, as far as that still exists, we're gonna have a problem. as far as we still look at each other and be like, these guys from that place, instead of looking at all of us, because at the end of the day, humanity came from Africa, instead of everybody uniting, having that common knowledge and be like, since we all originated there and we are, as human beings, we originated from Africa, maybe we should set aside all this bullshit that we've been, using against each other. Until that day comes, until we all set aside the bullshit and look at each other as human beings and as family, even if you don't look at each other as family, but understand that we are one species, until that day comes, we will not achieve anything. We will continue to suffer. Like, to the fact that even you notice, even when they created AI, now some people are talking about AI is now all of a sudden racist. I'm like, yeah, because it's people with small-minded hatred and the fact that they cannot let go some things. That's why when they created this AI, they created that mindset that way. So I'm gonna bring up some videos of actually what had occurred in other places with the UFO thing, and people that actually spoke about them seeing it. I think one was from Namibia. They actually talk about, there was this UFO that went into the school compound and actually did have a communication with the kids, and also other topics. So let me just bring that up in here. Let me take this one down. Let's bring this up.
Landed at a school in broad daylight in Rua, Zimbabwe, Africa, and interacted telepathically with nearly 100 school children.
The telepathic message was that technology is a real problem.
Yes.
And there's things that people are doing with technology that are going to ruin the earth.
And true, we have already seen it with AI. We have already seen it with AI, because this is the thing. That is exactly why I said, until the day we leave aside our bias and hatred for each other and overlook all of those small things that absolutely make no sense, humanity will go nowhere. And if whatever we create or invent will be based on the hatred that we have for each other and the bias that we have for each other. Like the AI that people are talking about, AI is already, racist. It's because it comes from the person that actually built it. And people are going to build things that way until the day we all decide to set aside all that petty nonsense, that petty mindset.
We tracked down the witnesses today. We flew them in from all different corners of the world. And they got within arm's length of these beings. You've got all these children saying what they saw on camera after it happened.
And if you saw him again, what would you do?
I'll ask him what is he doing on Earth and what does he want with us.
He had a big head and big black eyes and was dressed in a black bodysuit.
Children don't lie.
And it's true. I'm gonna say this. It is very difficult for not only one child talking about they saw this. Several children in the school compound said they saw this. And this is the thing. A lot of time when people come out and say I've seen it, the government is like, no, you haven't seen nothing. And all of a sudden they're coming out like now and being like, yeah, we have them in our basement. We have them locked up somewhere. And I'm like, yeah, I think we kind of way past that, and we already know. Like, you must be a very small-minded person to look at the vast universe and be like, yeah, no, they don't exist. They do. They absolutely do exist. Now we're gonna bring up the next video of somebody actually encountered one of these beings, actually talking about his own experience.
Are hostile. When I was in the military, I had access to maybe 6, 7 different species. I know him as Corona, and he always told me Corona with a K. He's from a planet that's approximately 100 light years from planet Earth. They can take on a humanoid form and communicate with you through thought transfer. We see them as the creature hiding under our beds. No, they are so much like us.
Are they benevolent?
Oh, okay. That particular ending question over there, I was actually hoping that he speak about that at the end, but I couldn't find another clip that he actually answered that, because I would have want to know. I would really want to know that the answer to that last question that he asked him. So I'm gonna go back in here and get the last video of somebody actually also testifying about this particular alien topic that we've been having nowadays, because this is the thing. We're gonna also show, I'm definitely gonna bring up
was named
I'm definitely gonna bring up the reaction of other people, because it is funny just seeing people reacting to this alien news. It is funny. It is something that you gotta let them speak for themselves. A lot of people are just like, I really don't care. A lot of people are like, I really don't care.
They also found a live alien. That live alien was named Eva, and he was transported to, it was a male, was transported to Los Alamos, where he lived out his life. He died in 1952. But during that time period that he was with us, he told us a plethora of information about what they have learned about the universe and what their technology is. Their technology is probably estimated to be about 50,000 years ahead of us.
Yeah, so you can imagine that. And this is the thing. A lot of people are like, we invent a lot of things, but I do understand when you look at technology, I cannot do understand that we helped in some ways, but there are a lot of things that we are inventing nowadays that if you look at the old time, and I understand a lot of people will say it's because we are advancing, but at the same time, you can also see through many of the things that we have nowadays, not like metal, like the olden days or people that actually invented things like that, but also especially when it comes to technology. Especially when it comes to technology, you can see very bright and clear that, okay, I understand. I mean, there is a way that we are getting this knowledge, especially when it comes to technology and science. There is something in there that I feel like when I look at it, I'm like, okay, they might have brought in some knowledge and be like, you know what, I'm gonna help you guys do this and this is how you do this and help in a lot of ways. But do they want to stay here? I don't think so. Do they want to reveal themselves? I'm going to tell you what is going to happen. And a lot of people are saying, oh, if they really are helping humanity with a lot of these technologies and a lot of these things, why don't we have the best weapons on the planet and the biggest ship? And why don't we have ships that can go to their planet? I'm going to ask to those people, would you give humanity such equipment? No, just ask yourself. Look at us right now. Now, take just if you ain't seeing us very well, just take your prescription glasses. If you're somebody that's wearing a prescription glass, put it on, and take a look at all of us. Would you give humanity the knowledge of taking their ship and going to your own planet? Because let me tell you two things that are gonna happen in that place. One, they're gonna bring you peace. And you know how we always go to bring people peace out here. They're gonna bring you peace, which means rest in peace. Two, they're gonna exploit. They will, oh my God. If I was an alien, I wouldn't give humanity no goddamn technology to come fight me over there. No, I wouldn't even give you a ship. No, stay your ass over here. Stay your ass over here. You know, I wouldn't give you ship. Give you ships for what? You the peace giver? Nah, I'm not giving the peace giver no goddamn ships. All of a sudden they be talking about, they're over there, they're primitive. They forget about that you brought them the ship. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. A lot of Europeans in the time of the BCs, the 19 BCs and all of that, they went to Africa to study. Europe didn't have any kind of education at first before the people. They went to Africa, studied, you get me? And after they studied, they took that knowledge and some books right back to Europe. And what did they do with the libraries that were in Africa? They burnt them down. They burnt that knowledge down. They burnt the fact that they studied all the physics, chemistry, and all of that stuff. They learned from Africa, brought it back to Europe, learned for themselves, went back to Africa, burned down the whole book, and turn around and be like, those Africans are primitive. Yeah, I don't think the aliens probably seeing all of that gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna give you a ship. I wouldn't, because probably take that ship, learn about building that ship, come over there, take over everything, and burn down everything and be like, yeah, them aliens are primitive. That is definitely what is gonna be happening. So stop playing out here. Black Widow, you laughing, girl. You know how we are out here. Like the craziness would be crazy out here. Nah, I'm pretty sure they're looking at that. They're like, I don't want no part of that. I really don't want any part of that. So we're gonna go to the next, video over here that I have of somebody talking about who has, the power of, and the person, the former military person actually talking about this, and doesn't want to really say who has the power to actually contact this being. But you know what? Let me just bring up this video over here. Gotta check. Okay, here it is.
Power than all of our congressmen and women. I'm very curious on this one because as they're sitting behind the table, they're looking at each other in this hearing about the UFOs and UAPs, like we have all the access to everything we need to. Who has more access than us? Now, David Grush, who happens to be the whistleblower about the UAPs and UFOs, is sitting down and he is holding his tongue. He's biting his tongue because he knows some information that these guys don't. And it's very interesting. Watch them as they question him about who has the authority to go above and beyond their access.
On that, there's nothing that you're aware of that's above special access program classification.
It's a misnomer that there's anything actually above top secret. Executive Order 13526 delineates the classification levels.
Right, but I draw a point on that because we can have access to those programs. And so the notion that we're not being given that access sort of defies our typical muscle memory here in Congress. Thank you, Mr. Burchett. I'll yield back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Gates. Along those lines, Title 10, you may not know this or not, but Title 10 and Title 50 authorization, they seem to say they're inefficient. So who gets to decide this, in your opinion, in the past?
It's a group of career senior executive officials.
Okay, are they government officials?
Both in and out.
Are they government officials? David responds, both in and outs. Okay, keep that in mind as we move forward.
Do what?
Both in and out of government, and that's about as far as I can go there. Yeah.
At one point, you had said that there has been harmful activity or aggressive activity. Has any of the activity been aggressive, been hostile in your reports?
I know of multiple colleagues of mine that got physically injured, and the activity. And I got
by UAPs or by people within the federal government.
Both.
By UAPs or people in the federal government? Both. Without thinking, Grush rips into that answer. Are you kidding me? If these multidimensional beings came to Earth, do you honestly think they're going to sit back and hide? No, they're going to go to the very tippy top and have control or power. Let's carry on. Think about that.
Okay, so there has been activity by alien or non-human technology and or beings that has caused harm to humans.
I can't get into the specifics.
Grush cannot get into the specifics. Do you know why? Let's reverse to the very beginning.
Faced any retaliation or reprisals for any of your testimony or anything on these lines?
Yeah, I have to be careful what I say in detail because there is an open whistleblower reprisal investigation on my behalf, and I don't want to compromise that investigation by providing anything that may help provide somebody information. But
This man has been cautious. He has tiptoed around this entire conference, but he has spit out just enough information for you and I to put together a story. What do you guys think? Let's finish this and then come back. Hold on one second. Listen what else he's got to say.
In an open environment, but at least the activity that I personally witnessed, and I have to be very careful here because they tell you never to acknowledge tradecraft, right? So what I personally witnessed myself and my wife was very disturbing.
What I personally witnessed myself and my wife was extremely disturbing. This man has been put between a rock and a hard place to deliver us information for you and I to pick apart a story, but yet not go over the top with top secret information. Yo, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. This is nuts. We'll talk to you guys soon.
I think there is nothing nuts about it. You just need to put one plus one together and just see. Yeah, I do believe that there are other beings that exist outside, and yes, do they have a say in our political system? I mean, yes, I'm gonna go with yes. They might have, not they might, they do have a say, especially when it comes to technology and the way, our civilization has been advancing recently, the kind of technology that we are able to create. I would say yes, they kind of do have a hand, because there were a lot of things that you and I, as a normal human being, if we get lost in an island, it doesn't matter that we have cell phones. If we do not know the component on how to create a cell phone, we will not be able to contact anybody out there, except we study. We go to school and learn how to do this. So where did the knowledge come from? Because we know the knowledge of building this did not come from our forefathers. It did not come from the primitive man. It had nothing to do with the human, the human history on how to create many of these technologies nowadays. So definitely, I feel like there are some knowledge that have been passed down, and we are making use of those knowledge. So now, which is not a bad thing. Which is not a bad thing when it comes to the way our technology have been advancing. But at the same time, looking at it, I kind of do understand why they wouldn't want to give us any more, something that would be so advanced to the fact that we can take our asses and get in a ship and go to the planet and start putting hands on everybody, because we know that is exactly what some people that are out here giving out peace to the rest of us might be doing. So, we're going to be out there giving peace, trying to go, give them peace out there, learning, and probably go over there, learn about all the technology, and then burn everything down. It is, after all, the human nature. Now we're going to go into the next video here. This is about the reaction of people that had a reaction to this particular story being told out here. So let me just bring some of the videos out here so you can see how people reacted to this particular news.
We got aliens. We got them. We have them in a basement somewhere. We got them. And they're still expecting me to pay. I'm sorry, I'm not paying rent if there are aliens. I'm not paying my student loans. Well, there are aliens. I'm not paying rent. I'm sorry, I'm not doing.
So that is the reactions of people coming out hearing this. They're like, we are not even fazed about the aliens. We don't even care if they are aliens. I'm just gonna say, we don't even care if they are aliens. We're like, yeah, are they gonna pay my rent? What am I gonna get out of this? Like, the way people reacted, a lot of people are reacting with like they're giving the I really don't care attitude, because I mean, look at how we are living. It is not easy. You have to pay a lot of mortgage. Like, life is not easy. So the fact that this news came out, a lot of people are like, I am in a terrible situation or terrible mood, or I am literally not here for this. And a lot of people don't care. They don't even pay attention to it. They just move around and like, are the aliens gonna be paying tax too? Hold on, let me take it back a little bit.
I love how the US said that there's aliens and we literally don't care. Like, we as a species have caused so much nonsense that the idea of extraterrestrials just doesn't faze us. It doesn't faze us. It's just another Wednesday.
Like, certainly, I love how the government, like, fairly, like, certainly confirmed that aliens are real. They're like, we have pictures, we have evidence, like, they visited, we interviewed them, like, guys, this is serious, aliens are real. And, like, like, all of us just kind of are too depressed to even care about that. Like, we're all like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, another thing, great. Add it in the pile of wildfires and I can't friggin' afford my groceries. Oh, now aliens? Like, truly, no one cared. Except Blink 182.
Government keeps trying to tell us that aliens are real. Intelligent alien life forms are real. And nobody cares because our bills are far more real. Our rent is far more real. Do you know how bad the housing crisis has to be for us to just not give a shit about fucking aliens? Are you kidding me right now? That's amazing. It's amazing that there's alien life and we're still arguing over silly ass shit on Earth. Why? Why? You're arguing over whether or not abortion should be legal? There's aliens. You're mad that trans people are reading books to children? Bitch, there's fucking aliens. Am I crazy right now? Do I sound crazy? Like, you work in a cubicle. There's fucking aliens. What are you doing?
I understand the meltdown of some people actually, talking about this particular topic this way and seeing it this way, like, oh my God, what are we doing? There are aliens out here. I am one of those people that don't have a meltdown. I'm like, yeah, kind of like you kind of see the evidence everywhere. It is very hard not to see it. I'm not having a breakdown, but I've seen some people on TikTok literally having a meltdown. Their brain is literally mush. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm walking out here, but they're aliens. I'm like, yeah, they've probably been aliens for a longer time than you probably imagine, longer time than before we even existed as humans. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they've always been there. And I had another video of somebody saying, why are they not interacting? Like I said before, just take a look at us and you will find the answer there. So we're going to go to the next reaction out here, bizarre reaction of people, talking about this particular topic.
You that we already fucking know.
Let me take it a bit.
Today, the government came out to tell us that aliens are real, and we're here to tell you that we already fucking know and we don't care anymore. We've been knowing this shit. You have been gaslighting us for how long, telling us, oh no, there's nothing, Area 51, no. There's no aliens, it's just military exercises. What you're seeing in the sky, not real, you didn't see it. All those people, reports, nope. And you got us to the point where we genuinely don't care anymore. Life is way too difficult. I don't give a shit what's in the sky. I give a fuck what's down here. If you want to get me hot and bothered, tell me that you're lowering interest rates. Tell me that you're making it easier for...
They are definitely not going to lower the interest rate. Forget about it. Aliens might even come with big ass ship. They are not doing it. They're not lowering any goddamn interest rate. Forget about it. Probably why they try to actually put it out there. A lot of people are going in, are listening into a lot of political topics and also being very interested in political topics nowadays. So they like try to distort us and be like, hey, FYI, you know what? There are actual aliens out here. And I'm like, yeah, I think we all knew that. That's not a new thing. We all knew that. We already have that knowledge.
Tell me that you're lowering interest rates. Tell me that you're making it easier for young people to buy a home. That you're going to make it easier for people to, I don't know, eat. But no. You know what the US government thinks is important right now? Aliens. And I do have a message for the aliens. Please, please beam them up or beam us up, but leave one or the other. I don't want to be in the same location as these stupid motherfuckers.
I mean, she got it right there. I'm like, that was my first thought when everybody was having this meltdown and they making all of this a big deal. I'm like, can we give you all the politicians, especially the greedy ones, by the way? Can we just give you all the greedy, power-hungry politicians? Because they're doing too much out here. Just beam them up. Just take them. I'm pretty sure if you ask everybody on this earth to vote for aliens to take the greedy politicians, I don't think we'll be having a problem with that vote. We probably vote them out, be like, yeah, beam them up, please. Because we need some peace in this place. We need some peace. When they leave, maybe we can talk to each other and sort out a lot of things. Because we have passed through a lot in their hands. We have. She said, please beam them up. Let me put that place again, that part. She said it, I left. I'm like, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Beam them up.
And I do have a message for the aliens. Please, please beam them up or beam us up, but leave one or the other. I don't want to be in the same location as these stupid motherfuckers.
Ooh. I'm pretty sure she said
Nope.
what was in a
And you
lot
got us
of
to the
our
point
mind.
where
So
we
we're gonna go into the next one. So this is the last video, last reaction video of somebody actually talking about this particular topic. So this is the last one before we go. So before I am gonna play this video, I'm gonna say this: please do not forget to press that like button and subscribe. Also, let me know what you think in the commentary section about this particular issue and topic. Is this a new thing? Is this shocking? Is this news shocking to you? How do you feel entirely about this story? Are you surprised by it? Because me personally, I'm not. I'm not surprised by it. It's something that I've always knew. I've always thought about it, and I'm like, well, as long as they are not out here, uh, torturing people, the Star Wars movies and all those alien movies of aliens coming in and fighting people and killing people. I'm like, yeah. I'm pretty sure they've already been here. You probably, the people in power already have access to them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure none of, especially if they are very highly intelligent beings, they do not have time for all of that drama.
Are now confirmed to be real. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I was kind of expecting a bigger reaction than this.
How did you expect me to react?
I don't know. It's just like kind of the biggest thing in human history. So I figured like maybe a little bit more like, no way. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty numb to everything. Nothing really surprises me anymore. So like, whatever. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine, really. It's okay.
Are you crying?
No. I just thought you'd care more. It's all.
Yeah.
Oh wow, aliens exist. No way, that's crazy.
You mean it?
Yeah, I'm really surprised by that. It's huge.
Are you just saying that to make me feel better?
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with his reaction. It's like, I want all of you to be bothered. I want all of you to make a big fuss out of this. And we are like, I think we will make big fuss. Maybe when you finish paying the student loan that people be owing out here, housing being provided for the people that need housing, homelessness reduced, and our tax being cut down. So reduce the tax. And then maybe we might talk about the alien thing. But apart from that, we got too much issues in our personal life right now that we can even imagine. So the alien news is really not bothering anybody. Nobody's shocked. Everybody already know about that. So that's why nobody's really reacting shocked to it. We are just looking at it like, yeah, already knew that, already saw everything that is happening in the world. Yeah, we kind of figured that one out already. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna say this. Do not forget to press that like button again, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.
Jessica.